Welcome back to Christian Mindfulness and Meditation. I'm Pastor Amie. This is episode 3, and this particular episode is mindfulness and a meditation for when you're feeling anxious about the world around you. Several people have been expressing anxiety with recent political events, societal unrest that seems to be looming, maybe the kind of anxiety that gets aroused when they are listening to or watching news headlines. And so today we are offering this few moments of meditation to recenter and reclaim serenity. So if you're new to the practice of Christian mindfulness and meditation, I highly recommend that you begin with the basics video and then come here again after you finish that basics video. But let's begin. I invite you, wherever you are, to try to find a quiet spot where you can be somewhat comfortable, whether you're standing, sitting, laying, reclining, resting. I invite you to begin to take slow and deliberate breaths. And as you're breathing, I want to remind you to pay attention to everything that's happening in your body. The way that air feels as it enters your nostrils, as you release it from your lips, the rising and the falling of your chest, the way it feels as oxygen is reaching your head, your neck, your muscles, your shoulders, your chest. And all the way down, just send that breath that's a gift from God down to every cell in your body. Your body, which is also a precious and valuable and sacred gift from God. I invite you to prayerfully consider gratitude as a response for both the breath and the body, as it fills you and as you release it. And the other thing we invite you to always be prayerfully attentive of is the presence of God in this space where you are. The psalmist says, no matter where I am, there your presence is with me. If I settle on the far sea, on a distant shore, no matter where I am, there, God, you are with me. Even if I'm in the most uncomfortable place, there's nowhere I can escape. Your tender, loving, gracious, attentive presence. And as you continue to breathe, as all of the headlines and all of the news flashes and all of the social media comments tend to swirl around in our heads, and as we tend to invite them into our spirits, we want to reclaim this time as a place where we make decisions about what we let in and what we do not. And the prayer that keeps coming to mind that I want to call us to meditate on today is referred to as the serenity prayer. So continue to breathe, grateful for your breath, your body, and the amazing presence of God that is always offered to you. I invite you to ponder these words. Feel free to say them if you'd like, in your heart or even out loud. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This prayer is a call for the gift of serenity, the gift of courage, and the gift of wisdom, each in their proper place. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Other persons, places, and things over which I have no control in this moment. You can imagine a plate that's yours, maybe a show that you're directing. Whatever the image you need that you feel is your life and the things that you are in charge of. I invite you one by one, as you continue breathing, to remove things from that plate or from that circus or from that show that you cannot change. Maybe name people's names out loud over which you have no control. Remove them from your scene, one by one. Maybe breathe deeply during each one that you're removing. Knowing that today you're not responsible for that person, that place, or that situation. As you breathe out the responsibility you may have tried to take for things you don't need to be responsible for. The courage to change the things I can. As you look at your scene or envision your plate or your scene, reclaiming the courage of the things you can control. Your attitudes, your daily choices to care for yourself through what you eat, through how you sleep, if that is in your control, through your social media intake, your entertainment choices, how you spend your time, your energy, your sacred thoughts. The words you choose, the content you post, whether it's helpful or harmful, the people with which you choose to let in your life. God, grant me the courage to change the things I can. And finally, the wisdom to know the difference. The last few breaths, continue to imagine your plate or your scene with things that have been removed, maybe new things you have invited to be there. Hopefully there's more clarity, more centeredness, more serenity as you spent these minutes breathing, being prayerfully attentive to the presence of God. One more deep, cleansing breath in and out. And as you put this activity to a close and come back to transition back into whatever else you are doing in the day, I thank you for your time. I invite you to subscribe if you would like more Christian mindfulness and meditation opportunities. You can subscribe to this channel and or to this playlist. Feel free to share with others if you feel so inclined, and I wish you many blessings, much peace, and shalom. Amen.